Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Renee Young and with Polly Dangerously. And today on Power Might, we're going to have a good show here today on Power Might. Because this time Jimmy Snuka oaths that he will win the TWF 24/7 winnings from Zia Lee, which we saw yesterday on Collision or Hit. He did not win. And Jonathan Coachman says, "You got that right," Renee Young says. Jimmy Snuka worked so hard to get in the ring. Well, and he got knocked down by Zia Lee like that. But Jimmy Snuka believes that this time, if he won it once, he believes he'll win it again. I'll tell you one thing right now, Jonathan and Renee. Jimmy Snuka, I formerly was his overseer when he was in ECW, when he won ECW heavyweight winnings 2 times. So I know what he can and cannot do. You know, hell, I knew he was a former MACW heavyweight former MACW 4-1 rights fighter, which became the WWE one. But anybody gets kicked in the head like Zia Lee does, they don't care if your name's Jimmy Snuka or not, you're going down. Well, unless you're Roman Reigns, and you don't go down and get kicked in the head, said Paulie Dangerously. So what you're saying is, Jonathan Coachman says, if it was Roman Reigns, he wouldn't be going down. And since no one else is as mighty as Roman Reigns, they're all going to be doomed to lose, right? Jonathan Coachman says. Is that what you're telling us? Renee Young says that Roman Reigns is the only man that if you kick him in the head, he won't go down. Well, I never said that Roman Reigns would never go down if you kicked him in the head. I just said it would take more than one kick to do it. Don't be putting words in my mouth, Jonathan and Renee. All right. So here today on Power and Might, I'm going to get back the TWF 24/7 winnings that I knew I won before. And I just want to say a shout out to the New England Boxing Association, or the New England Boxing Gathering. And they do a lot of films, with Rocky Balboa and his friends and his foes. And they do boxing matches. So if you're into skilled boxing, or at least into the Rocky Balboa world, then you will like that show. Alright, now Zia Lee, I'm going to tell you something. You got lucky when you kicked me in the head, but this time, I'm going to get back at you. And then I will win the TWF 24/7 winning for you this time. Now everyone asks, what happened to Jimmy Hart? Why is he not around anymore? Well, I don't know what happened to him. He just hasn't wanted to be around me since I took some matches. But I know if I win this, then he'll be back with me again. Well, isn't it Jimmy the Overfly Snuka? The man who, well, you're not all bright in the head, I tell you that. You lost your overseer, Jimmy Hart. You couldn't do anything to me. And when I kicked you in the head, I knocked you down. You want to know one of the meanings of madness, Jimmy? Is doing the same thing over and over again, and then thinking by doing it, you're going to get something unlike will happen. Well, how many times did you fight me since the end of last year into now that you didn't beat me? I beat you once, Xia Li, and I'll beat you again. Remember when I showed up? Remember when I came back to the toy wrestling gathering and I beat you? Yeah, well, that was because you had that shithead Jimmy Hart with you. And you don't got him with you. So I hardly doubt that you're going to beat me this time. Well, we'll see about that. Well, time to get the fight keeper in the ring now. And we'll do this match. Well, this match is for the TWF 24/7 winnings. First, he is Jimmy Snuka, and she is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Well, Jonathan Coachman says, look, Jimmy Snuka took Xia Li out with a strike. It must have been a shock to her that happened, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Renee Young says, Jimmy Snuka come up from the top steeple. That's how he won all of his matches in MACW, in ECW, and also in WWF back in the day. You know, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Here is your winner and the new TWF 24/7 fighter, Jimmy Snuka. Well, Xia Li has lost to Jimmy Snuka here today on Impact. Has lost here today on Powerrr Might. And Xia Li has, oh, wait a minute, Paulie dangerously says, how did that happen? Oh, well, yeah, how did that happen? You know? And Jimmy Snuka's so happy, Paulie dangerously says, he beat Xia Li. He wasn't watching Xia Li. Oh! Oh no, Paulie dangerously says, you snooze, you lose. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner and the new TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Oh. Well, Xia Li is now has won back the TWF 24/7 winnings after losing it to Jimmy Snuka, who did win it back for the 2nd time, Jonathan Coachman said. So no one can say he didn't win it for the 2nd time. But the mistake there. Well, the mistake that Jimmy Snuka made, Jonathan Coachman says, was not watching Xia Li after he won the match. Because Xia Li, since Xia Li struck him, got back up and struck him. Yeah, Jimmy Snuka was so caught up in the time that he was happy he won the TWF 24/7 winnings back. He wasn't watching for Xia Li, Renee Young says. Well, yeah, Paulie dangerously says Jimmy Snuka was never known for being the brightest light bulb. He wasn't known for being the, he wasn't known for being the brightest ball on the tree, I never said he was highly wise or anything. He got hit in the head too many times, and, well, he doesn't think right. Paulie dangerously says, and there's truth to that. Well, yeah, that would be your belief, Jonathan Coachman says, Paulie dangerously. All right, we'll take it away now to Mike Adam, the Mike today. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with Zia Lee here today on Power and Might. Well, Zia Lee, once again, you lost and won back the TWF 24/7 winnings. Well, yeah, Mike, today I did. And Jimmy Snuka, he made a mistake, Mike, today, of not watching me. He was so caught up on winning back the TWF 24/7 winnings that he did not, that he did not watch me. I got back up, I kicked him in the head, and here I am. Here I, once again, the TWF 24/7 fighter. Well, I tell you one thing, Zia Lee. You somehow have a death grip, a death hold on the TWF 24/7 winning strap. But sooner or later, someone will come along to take that off of you. I don't know when that's going to be, but sooner or later, that's going to happen. Well, Mike, today, you can keep on yielding for that man or that woman to beat me. Well, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Well, that's my talk with Zia Lee. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Renee Young. Oh, thank you, Mike, today for talking with Zia Lee here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Renee Young and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Power and Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Moon Night Raw.